How you doing today, everybody? It's your health and fitness specialist, Kelly Brown, and today's topic is how do you actually get stronger naturally or as a natural bodybuilder? Okay, a lot of times when I work out, I don't really mention about how strong I am, what things to do to get you stronger, how you can be strong, because the goal of bodybuilding is to make an illusion, and you just want to pretty much have show muscle. You just want to look good. You don't necessarily need to be out here lifting furniture and stuff like that. You know, you can be a strong guy and not look strong, or you can be somebody who's like me who looks strong but probably isn't as strong as somebody else. You know, so I'm going to break down my ways of actually getting stronger and how to build a foundation so that you can actually start continuing to do different types of workouts and grow, because you do need some type of baseline strength in order to keep on increasing what you're doing in the gym, trying to actually build your muscle. Okay, so as far as getting like He-Man strong, this probably won't take you there, but in order to increase your 1 rep max, or if you're into that type of stuff, you know, maxing out and trying to get as heavy as you can and squatting, you know, for 2 reps, 3, 4, 5 reps and stuff like that, and you want to do that so that you can get to the stage where you're actually doing high reps of that same type of heavy weight, which is bodybuilding, then watch this video. All right, the first thing I'm going to talk about is calisthenics. All right, I built my whole foundation off of calisthenics. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats. That's my body. What I look like now is a maximized version of what I looked like when I was smaller. Okay, so I've always had a decent physique. It's because I've always been into monkey bars and flipping around and doing calisthenics and using whatever I had that was available to me to build a shape. I wasn't really concerned about bodybuilding at the time, but I did work on just doing calisthenics. And a lot of my clients now who work with me and who I write workout plans for, meal plans for, they'll see that when I put in their programs, the first, you know, such 90 days or however many days I feel like they need is normally calisthenics, just to really build a foundation. Because you want to do exercises that make your body have a natural look. Okay, bench pressing doesn't make you have a natural look. You'll have a big chest and maybe have skinny arms or something like that, or you'll have you may just do a whole bunch of bench pressing and have a big old chest and have a flat back. So you have to really build a foundation of a symmetrical look, and the only way to really do that is by doing exercises that incorporate your whole body, so that when your chest grows, your arms also grow. And when you're doing pull-ups, if your back grows, your biceps grow, and everything starts growing at the same rate so that it's even. And then at some point, of course, those things get easy because it's just your own body weight. But once you build that foundation, then you can start adding in more weights. Okay, so if you can't pull your own body weight up in the air by doing a pull-up, you have no business doing lat pull downs, you have no business doing deadlifts, you have no business doing seated rows, you got no business doing nothing. Start from scratch, go work on your pull-ups. Likewise with your push-ups, if you can't even push your own body weight, you have no business, listen to me, you got no business doing any types of bench pressing. Don't ask nobody to spot you in the gym and you can't even push your own body weight. That's unacceptable. Alright, so let's get that out of the way first. The next thing is, so let's say you do want to increase your bench press. The real true key to increasing your bench press, and I'll break it down in a second, is building your triceps. Alright, dips, of course, help build your triceps, which coincides with what I just said about doing the calisthenics. But when you build those triceps, that's where the power comes from. Okay, your chest doesn't move. Your chest can't do its own press. Therefore, it has to come from somewhere. The movement has to come from somewhere. The movement comes from the back of your arms pushing. Some people may say it's forearms or grip, you know, shoulders, other stuff. I say it comes from triceps, right? So if you're stuck on your bench and you can only, you know, do 4, 5, 6 reps or something like that of something that you're trying to actually increase, start focusing more on your triceps, and you'll notice a significant increase in what your bench press maxes and reps go up to. Okay, the next thing is a little unorthodox. All right, you're probably not going to agree with me on this, or it may come to you as like, oh wow, I didn't realize that this is what I should have did. All right, so just like a baby, you have to be completely ignorant sometimes. Okay, over analyzing things and saying, oh, I can't do this because of these numbers, and being a statistics person, you want to calculate all your digits and say, oh, well, let me follow this program, and this program says I need to do this and I need to do this. Sometimes when you're trying to build strength, you need to be a complete idiot when you walk into the gym. When you see dudes who are ego lifters, you can't say, oh, this dude is stupid because he's an ego lifter. Normally that dude actually is strong. Now, as far as his form and his reasoning behind his lifts and stuff like that, that's neither here nor there. But the point I'm trying to make is he's normally strong. Why? Because he's an idiot. And so it's an idiot in a good way. So he's a blissful idiot. I don't know my limits, so let me go ahead and try and see whatever I can do. That being said, a lot of programs that you may find have numbers in there that are already assigned to you. For example, you may say, okay, so for a beginner, start off with 135 pounds on a bench press. Start off with 90 pounds and do 4 sets of 5 and all this other stuff, right? The thing is, when you go into the gym and you just add on the weight aimlessly, just mindlessly add on the weight and don't pay attention to what it actually is or what it looks like, or let it scare you. You just test it and try it. Let that be your gauge on what you cannot do. Okay? Don't go in there and look at the place and say, oh, that looks like a lot, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Once you tell yourself you're not gonna be able to do it, then you know that inside of you mentally you won't be able to do it. So what you want to do is you want to say, you know what, I don't know, but let me try it. And once you get up under that weight, whatever exercise it is, you'll see if it's heavy or not. If it's too heavy for you to actually complete it with good form or whatever, of course, then okay, you say, you know what, let me work my way down from there. So you start off, let me give you guys examples again, okay? Let's say you start off with, let's just use something simple. Let's say shoulder presses, dumbbell shoulder presses. You start off with dumbbell shoulder presses, and you start off trying to say, okay, I'm gonna use 80s first. Oh, 80s are too hard, right? Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use 70s. 70s are too hard. Okay, let me try again. 60s. Oh, 60s are too hard. Okay, let me try 50s. Okay, I can get a couple with the 50s. All right. Okay, let me try 40s. Oh, 40s are a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna get the 30s. Okay, 30s are real easy. So you know that you could have swung it with the 60s, right? So now say, okay, my heavy is the 60s. Let me go back to these 60s. Let me see how many I can get with the 60s. Okay, I can only get 6 or 7. Well, 6 is the number that you want to shoot for. Okay, so that means you need to stay right there with them 60s. Don't work your way backwards because somebody told you in your program, oh, let me just start off with the 40s and the 30s first, and then I'll work my way back up to the 60s. You're hindering your progress because you're probably stronger than you really thought you were. So if you just start with the 60s in the first place, now next time you can start using the 65s and the 70s, or if you're in a gym that got 62 and a halves or whatever the case is, then you can start adding up from there. But if you start your foundation too far behind, it's going to take you forever to get strong, and normally you probably won't even get that strong anyway because you're always thinking to yourself, let me start with something that's safe, or let me start with something that looks achievable. Let me start with something that seems more realistic. You got to be unrealistic and just try some jump. See if it's too heavy. If it's too heavy, then don't do it, or just go down a little bit lighter. Go down as with small increments downwards to see which one you can actually swing. And once you get to the point where you can actually swing that weight, then say, okay, this is going to be my starting weight. I'll work my way up from here. Okay? All right. The next thing is that a lot of people who are trying to get stronger, you have to understand that strength and bodybuilding, a lot of times they do have their place together, but they don't coincide as much as you may think, okay? Because you can get stronger by just practice, by muscle memory, by repetition, by just proper form, and by having your body know which angles to use to do a specific exercise, okay? That guy who comes to the gym and just does one exercise and knocks that out and then goes home and eats and sleeps and did nothing for the rest of his body parts, did nothing for, building size or anything. All he did was just do it for the strength. But what I do want to make mention to is, when you are trying to get stronger, you have to remember that you need to eat according to how strong you want to get, and you got to sleep as well. A lot of people don't get as much sleep as they probably need to. What they'll do is, just because of their jobs or whatever the case is, sleep for maybe 4 or 5 hours, or they got something where they can't really sleep that long. Some people just can't sleep. Even if they wanted to, they can't sleep, or their schedules don't allow them to sleep. So of course you got to work around your schedule. But understand that the recovery process happens when you're sleeping. It doesn't happen while you're walking around during the day. It happens during the sleep mode. And in order for muscles to recover as well, what do they need to fuel them? Okay, if you got a car and you can drive around in the car all day long, what you think is going to happen? You're gonna run up all the gas. Well, your gas is food. So if you're not eating enough food to keep on replenishing your body, and you're not sleeping enough, just likewise with a car, if you're running that engine all day long, even putting gas in it and you only giving it a second, it's gonna start running hot on you after a while, right? So the thing is, you need to rest it, give it a second, 8 hours, 7 hours, or whatever you can actually squeeze out that'll suffice for you. Let that be the case, and let your body grow from there. Get your customized meal plans, get your customized workout plans, download the ebook, Guidebook to Natural Bodybuilding. If you're trying to lose weight, or if you know your wives, or if there are women watching this video and you're trying to get in shape and lose weight and keep it off, get the How to Lose Weight and Keep It Off ebook. Get it for one of your friends or whatever like that, or your mother or something. Definitely read up on stuff. I read so that I can write for you guys and kind of just condense things, because some stuff we don't need, and then of course some stuff may be for advanced people, but still certain things I try and get to just to get it all compressed. That way I don't have to keep on making videos about stuff. I can just kind of just say, here goes all the info, read it, and then boom, you know what I'm saying, everybody's looking sexy. So those are the two things. Download your stuff now. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll be back soon. See you later. Thank you.